Alright, hey guys. I thought I might want to show you my film camera that I got. It's a Nikon. It's a Nikon Fe2. I got it right here. It's a pretty old camera, I guess. I got this from my dad, who got it from my mom's dad, which makes him my grandpa. And so it's pretty old, but it's in great condition. It looks almost brand new. Sorry for the dark room. This is the best I could get with the webcam. So I'll just give you a real quick overview of what this camera is. I mean, all the functions. I mean, most of the functions. Alright, so this is the camera body. Let's see, right there. I got here the Nikon Fe2 1.4. It's the D type right here, just like that. It's a pretty good lens. The focus ring is pretty soft, so you can for some people it might be a little too soft, but as far as how I like to take my photos, it's pretty good. It's fast focus. Of course, it's manual, so you do it yourself. And basic controls of this camera is right here. You have the shutter release button, so that's what you press to release the shutter to take the photo. And right next to it, it's got the shutter speed controls, so you can spin this around like that and control the shutter speed. And what this camera also has is, I guess, the FE. First, E stands for the electronic. So it has a built-in aperture priority mode, which means that all you got to do is set the aperture and it will automatically control the shutter speed. So it's not full manual. I mean, you don't have to shoot in full manual mode, although you can, of course. And back to the controls. Shoot, it's kind of dark, huh? So that's the shutter button, that's the shutter speed controls, and right next to it has the film wind up lever right there. And when you it's already wound up, so I can't wind it anymore, but when you want to shoot a photo, what you have to do is you have to unlock it, you know. And if you have it like this, and if you press the shutter button, nothing's gonna happen. But if you lift the shutter release lever, and then you can shoot. So it's like a safety feature, I guess. And it's got the offshoot mount right there, and right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is where you got the ISO setting. So if you're using a film that's ISO 100, or they call it ASA, whatever, whichever you want to call it. So you want to set, when you put in a ISO 100 film, you want to set this to a 100. So if you're using a 200, you set it to 200, 400 to 400, etc. And I'm pretty sure you guys can't see this, but right here, it's got the exposure compensation. So so you have more control of the shutter speed or the exposure right here. So it's in thirds. So if you want to do minor, I mean not minor, but more precise exposure controls, you can do it here, which I don't really use. Alright. So this is the camera, and in the back you got the big viewfinder. It's pretty big. It's not, of course, 100% viewing, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's not 100% viewfinder, but it's pretty bright, especially when you have a bright lens attached, a fast lens attached to it. And I got here a case for the Fe2, so I have to. I'm gonna take that out, just show you guys what the camera looks like without the case. There we go. So here it is again. Like that. Looks like this. It's a pretty cool camera. Yeah. In the back, I have here currently the Fuji Provia 100F, which is a reversal. In Japan we say reversal. I don't know how you call it in the States or any other parts of the world, but it's a Fuji Chrome Provia 100 daylight. I haven't tried this yet, so I'm anxious to see how the how my shots came out. I still have a few shots left, so that's it. And what else? I actually have the original strap on here still. I know you guys can see it, but it actually says Nikon Japan on the strap, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty small, thin strap, but it gets the job done. It's not a heavy camera like recent digital cameras, and yeah, it's pretty good. So once again, if you guys missed it last time, and I guess the focus is okay. That's the aperture ring. So you can't use any of the latest Nikon G lenses, of course. So that's where you control the aperture. That's the focus ring. That's for the lens. And let's see, that's bright. Okay, that's the shutter speed controls right there. That's the shutter release, and right next to it, behind it, is the shutter. Film wind up lever, and you gotta unlock it before you shoot anything. And it's got a built-in, I forgot to mention this, but it's got the built-in exposure metering. I don't know if it's center weighted. I'm pretty sure it's not like average, like, you know, one of the latest, you know, great exposure metering in there. It's probably like spot metering. I don't know how accurate it is, but when you look through the viewfinder, it has a little metering lever that tells you, you know, what kind of shutter speed you want to shoot at. But you don't want to rely 100% on that, because it's not, I'm pretty sure it's not that accurate. Alright, so yeah, and in the back, again, you got the viewfinder, you got the little serial number right there. And I'm not gonna be able to open the lid because I already had the film in there. Sorry guys. And this is pretty cool, I guess. You know, on the old film cameras, you always want to leave a strip of the film box here, so you know what film is in there. And on the bottom, it's like this. I guess that's where you put the battery in. That's for the tripod, and that little button right there, you can't really see, but that's for after you take the shot. I mean, after you're done with the whole film, you press it and it like releases the film, and you can wind up the film after you're done, and you can bring it to the store to have it developed. I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna finish around here. Oh yeah, that's the lens mount. You know, you press that to release the lens. Yeah, alright. So that's about it. If you have any questions, leave a comment, whatever. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.